Today I'm going to talk about my gear, my motorcycles, and I'm going to throw a couple swords in and show you. This right here is the first helmet that I ever had. I don't remember where I got it, but I know it's from like the 1960s. I wasn't riding back in the 1960s. I wasn't riding in the 1970s. I started riding in the 1980s, around 1986, I believe. I probably won't never wear this helmet again. It's an old helmet. Somebody probably just gave it to me, but thought it was pretty cool. I had another one that was similar to it, but it had a Dixie flag on it. I probably went through like 10 different visors on this thing. They get scratched up after a while. Drop them off your motorcycle and smash them on the ground. I believe these marks here on it came from when my brother drove me through a red light and I got pissed off and jumped off the bike and slammed the helmet on the ground. It's probably a collector's item now. All that helmet is to me now, it's just a memory. Next couple of helmets I'm going to show you are the second ones that I bought. I didn't even have any motorcycles when I bought these. I bought them because I figured one of these days I'd be able to afford me some bikes and be able to use these helmets. One of these helmets had a red visor on it, but I didn't care for red, so I bought these blue metallic chrome, I guess you call it. Both of them look similar. This is the one that looks like it's got teeth and stuff on it. Almost looks like a face. The next helmet I got, they wanted $50 for each. I bought these at a flea market. I bought this first one here for $50. They wanted $50 for each, but I told them I didn't want the other helmet. So the guy went down $10 on the second helmet. And I decided to go ahead and buy the second one too. The second helmet that I'm going to show you is a race car helmet, but I still use it on a motorcycle if I want. This one right here is the fourth helmet. I bought it because I like the color purple. It kind of matches my big bike a little bit in color wise, because the big bike's kind of a purple color. The big bike's really kind of almost a maroon. This is the one that kind of matched it. I haven't changed the visor to a darker color yet. I just kind of bought this helmet and just wore it the way it is. I kind of like these helmets that's got the little vents on the back of them. Make them look a little bit cooler. HJC helmet. This helmet right here I bought because my buddy DT, he said he don't like a full face helmet, but I'm more prone to a full face. But he talked me into buying a skull cap, so I bought this one with skulls on it. It's kind of ironic that the skulls on here are busted, because I think if you fly down the road and you smash with this helmet on your head, you're probably going to get a busted head. But one thing about it is your vision. You can see a lot more around you when you're wearing a helmet like this. Thing is, if you're smashed on the ground, I don't think this helmet's going to help you much. It's a helmet good for keeping you cool if it's real hot out. This right here was my last helmet that I bought. I paid $150 for this helmet. I found it on Craigslist. I thought it was kind of cool with the skull on there. I found a white one with a black skull on it, but the dude for some reason wouldn't answer me when I'd call him on the phone. It was also on Craigslist. My little skull cap, I also found it on Craigslist. That one cost me $50 for the helmet itself. This is my favorite helmet. This is the one that I put my camera on the top when I'm recording me riding. Pretty much my favorite helmet. It also has the vent here on the back for the wind. I tucked my little plug for my microphone here through the back so that it wouldn't blow around when I'm trying to ride. This is all the helmets together. This one was given to me when I first started riding. These two right here I bought at a flea market. This was the one that cost $50, and then they sold me that one for $40, but they wanted $50 for that one. This purple one here, I paid like $110 for that one. That's HJC helmet. These two here are Fulmer, Fulmer. I don't even know who this old one's made by. I guess I could look up under here and see if there's any tag. I don't think there is. I don't even think they put them on them back then. I put a little cross here up on top. This one right here cost me $50 to buy it, but it took me $40 in gas to go get it. So it actually ended up being $90 for that helmet, because it was pretty far away where I had to go get it. This one right here cost me $150. I had to go get that one too. It wasn't that far away from here. This one right here belonged to a cop. He said he quit riding, decided to sell the stuff. Tried to sell me a jacket and some other things, but that's all I wanted was that helmet. So these are my 6 helmets. Now I'm going to go into my other gear, my jackets, what kind of pants I wear. Let you see what I do. This right here is my riding jacket. It's made of some kind of mesh. I don't know what material it's made of, really. Pretty tough stuff. It's made by a company called First Racing. It had pads and stuff in the arms, and I got some pads up here in the shoulders, but I took the pads out of the arm area down here, whatever you call it, fucking elbow area. The reason I did that is it kept getting in the way when I'd be trying to steer, kind of bunching up in my arm, so I'd rather just take that out. I wear black jeans when I'm riding. There's my jeans. The reason I wear jeans is when you wreck, more likely your pants will hold together better than some kind of work pants or what. I mean, if you can afford a pair of riding pants or leather, that's up to you. But I'd rather have something more comfortable, something more maneuverable that I can wear, looks normal, where you walk around. Now I'm going to show you my vest and my gloves. I bought me a little vest for summertime because you really don't want to be wearing one of these big coats in the summer. This jacket here is made by X Element. I really kind of liked it because I really like these little straps that they put here on the side, so you can tighten it up to whatever. I mean, let's say you gain weight or you lose weight, you can change the fit of the jacket on you. You really want that stuff to be a little bit tight on you so the wind ain't blowing it around when you're riding fast. These both this and that and my big jacket have these skulls on the back, and when the headlights hit them, they reflect like reflectors on a bicycle or on your motorcycle. Help the people see you better so you don't get ran into in the dark. Right over here is my gloves. These are actually a name brand of Harley Davidson, the outer areas, but on the inside there's these little cheap gloves that I put on the inside. These Harley Davidson gloves, they're pretty good, even though I don't ride no Harley. I just thought I'd get the best gloves. You just take the inside out like that. And there you go. You got just the little hand part, no fingers on it, so you can get a little bit more grip when you're on your little bit more touchy-feely. Now I'm going to show you the bikes out here in the sun. I know I've showed you in previous videos my bikes, but here's all three of them together. Kind of give you an idea what they set up to next to each other in size. So you can see this one sits a little bit low. It's got a little 250cc engine on it. This right here has got the 400cc engine on it. This one sets up a bit high. This is the type of bike that I grew up on. You know, I had to kind of stand on my tiptoe because I'm not real tall. I'm like 5'5". Pretty cool little bike. And then this right here is the one I decided to go big, see what it was like to ride on a bike with a big ass engine on it. This has got the 1300cc's engine on it. These two right here, this is a Honda and this is a Honda. That little one over there is a Yamaha. Never really did have any Yamahas when I was growing up, but that looked like it was a pretty cool bike. It was black when I first bought it. I decided to change the color to something that stands out a little bit more. Even though I'm not really the type that shows off, I just kind of wanted to look better, you know, just for myself. And this right here, there's a bunch of things for the military on it. Pray for our troops, support our troops, MIA, missing in action, POW, prisoner of war. God bless the USA. Freedom isn't free. I did the same thing on both sides. I put sissy bars on all three of them. The reason I did that is, you know, when you want to carry stuff or attach a backpack, if you don't have nothing back there, you can't carry nothing. These got saddlebags on them, and the other two don't. Maybe some day down the line. These bikes areas are so short, I don't even know if I can get saddlebags on them down there, but at least I got the backpack where I can carry a little bit more. Something to drink, you know, some water or whatever you need to drink. And by the way, this is me. This is what I look like. I'm not a young dude, but I'm not a real old dude either. But I'll ride with any of you. Don't matter what age you are. Sooner or later, I'll end up meeting up with some of you. I live here in Indiana, and there ain't really a whole lot of country where I'm living at right here, but it looks like it's country around on my video, but I'm like in an oasis in the middle of the city. A lot of cars and stuff running around there, and I don't care too much for riding between all these cars. I guess you can hear the birds on that. I guess we'll be seeing each other on YouTube. These right here are my two favorite swords. They're both Japanese style. The scabbards aren't the originals that came with the swords. I traded them to a guy that sells swords. These had some neat little designs on them, and they fit my swords, so I switched them up. This one over here has a black blade, and the other one's the shiny type. I've got about 30 swords. These two right here are my favorite ones. Most of my swords are the Japanese style. I only have like a couple of European ones and maybe some Chinese. I've always been interested in the ancient style weaponry that the world has come up with. I've got about 11 crossbows, a couple of spears. I've got a bunch of other little stuff. Got about 75 knives. Most of them are like survival type of knives. I just like collecting them. Can't carry more than a few knives at a time anyways. You ain't gonna be running around in the woods with 75 knives in your pocket. Well, that's my video. Those are my bikes. These are my helmets. So that's my gear. My gear video.